Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Friday, November 10th, 2023 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I recognize the power in my actions. And we have a new member to the Astro Crew. We'll see if we ever see him or her. If you follow my Instagram, I posted a picture. It usually pops up on my stories and Facebook too. Oh, I was cleaning this area today, and a little tiny lizard, literally about this big, jumped out and, sat there looking at me, and I looked at him, and I was like, Joe, what do I do? And then I couldn't do anything because he decided to skedaddle off and is hanging out somewhere around here. And then I screamed when a little leaf hit my foot a little while later. So that's the new story of our new Astro Squad lizard hanging out over here somewhere. Let's see if the lizard ever makes an appearance. Some lizard energy for us. That being said, we have an astrological shift going on. We have Mercury moving into Sagittarius. So technically this is happening 10:25 p.m. on Thursday evening. That is 1:25 a.m. Eastern time. Watch for Mercury shenanigans with this shift. But I think this is a really lovely shift. 29 Scorpio appeared to be intense for so many people. Lots of shadow energy and challenge energy coming up. And Sagittarius is where we can take any of that and look at it from a higher perspective. Mercury in Sagittarius reminds us that we can have an optimistic mind. We can have a philosophical mind. We can have a mind that sees beliefs and opinions and even experiences beyond our own and recognize the truth in it, recognize the energy in it. So Sagittarius helps us, or especially Mercury in Sagittarius, will help us look at things from a broader perspective. And I think we need that because a lot of us can come and look at things from just one side. Mercury in Sagittarius, anything Sagittarius, is a holder of possibility. And so Mercury brings in mental possibility. Now, possibility goes all ways, infinite ways, right? So what I do encourage you in possibility is to recognize that you can steer which direction of unfolding possibility you would like to go. Where I caution you with Sagittarius energy, I speak this as Sagittarius myself. Sagittarius can be a know-it-all. So with Mercury in Sagittarius, we can think we know. And I think that the greatest usage of Sagittarius energy is the holding of possibilities. That while your beliefs are important, our beliefs help shape our unfolding. So while that is important, it's also important to know that as we learn and grow and expand, our beliefs can change. And it's so beautiful to have a lovely spectrum of beliefs on this planet so that we can keep expanding and growing through communication and understanding with one another. Now, the only major connection we have for Friday is Mercury and Saturn in a square. So we have Saturn in Pisces. It's at that zero energy. The zero's already wonky. This could be weird dreams. My dreams were the weirdest dreams I've ever had in my whole entire life last night. I will say that. This could have some weird dreams. It could have some karmic energies bubbling up. And it's interesting. I call them mutable signs, which both Sagittarius and Pisces are part of, the knowledge collectors. Sagittarius collects knowledge on one level. It collects scholarly knowledge and belief and religion, and it's very philosophical. Pisces can be a little bit more esoteric. Pisces may not necessarily have fact backing it up, but it doesn't mean it's not true. So sometimes in this square, we can have some of those experiences come up where like, this thing is coming through my mind. I don't know if it's true, but I believe it. But this evidence over here says it's not. Watch out for that, because that could lead to some analysis paralysis. Part of Saturn and Neptune in Pisces is asking us to lean into our intuition. And I would again say, watch where beliefs make you shut down. Hopefully your beliefs can be expansive for you in this energy. We have the moon continuing through Libra, helping us hopefully balance in and through this energy. We are building to one more kind of explosive energy on 11/11 at 1:11 p.m. Pacific time. We're going to have Mars and Uranus in opposition. Mars can be, especially in one of its home signs like Scorpio, can be very aggressive, very aggro, and Uranus is very, very triggery. So this energy may have you feeling aggro and triggered. You may have nervous system challenging feelings going on, and you may also feel, I don't know if the word spontaneous is really the right word. Reactive in the way where you just decide to do something without really checking in with yourself first. Really important to check in with yourself, because impulsive, that's the right word, because this energy can be quite impulsive, like a little lizard skittering off because it's scared and not knowing that it's getting close to a cat that's very hungry.
From your screen.
What are you saying?
Shaking my nervous system when you screamed.
Yeah, I shook up Joe's nervous system when I thought there was a lizard on my toes. So watch for that energy coming in on Saturday. A really great day to tune in, get grounded. We're also moving into the dark of the moon. We have the moon moving into Scorpio on Saturday as well. 11/11 energy is so beautiful. It's so powerful. Allegedly, it's the original Soam. Allegedly, right? Who knows? It doesn't have to be anything like that. But I believe that there's always opportunities through these numerical portals that we can utilize. Stay grounded, hold space for the possibility, watch for that reactive energy, watch for the impulses. Are they aligned? Like, going back to the energy mantra, your actions in this world have so many beautiful, hopefully, repercussions. It can also have challenging repercussions. What are you seeding? What are you feeding into this world? So recognizing that, specifically on this 11/11 energy. We are also building to the new moon on Monday, super, super early on Monday the 13th. So just be aware, as we go through the dark of the moon, stuff may be coming up. Face the stuff and utilize this Mercury in Sagittarius energy to shift the stuff. Last thing I want to mention, we are going to have a Mercury retrograde coming in. We go into the shadow of Mercury retrograde on November 24th. We don't actually begin the retrograde until December at some point. But in this, Mercury will retrograde back into Sagittarius. So we are going to have some deeper lessons going on around Mercury and Sagittarius, helping us shift the vibes of our own mind and the world mind field. So I pulled a great card. I creatively create my creations. I am brilliant, worthy, and oozing with star power. Remember this as you are thinking. I'm actually going to read the back of this, some of it, because while thinking is generally healthy, too much thinking opens doors for resistance. Gremlins come to party in your brain. unleashing swarms of insecurity, imposter syndrome, self-doubt, and excessive justification. Overthinking leads to obstinate procrastination and obstruction of your magic and creativity. Remember, you are composed of the same elements in the infinite space, glimmering stars, snow-capped mountains, or snow-capped volcanoes, and seraphic waterfalls. You have a gift that only Source has, the power to create. The time you waste trying to justify your creations is time you should be creating your creations. So, beautiful energy. We got some interesting mirror energy. We have the Lovers card and we have the projection card. Which way are you going to choose? Can you choose to reflect the love, or are you going to get held up on the projections, right? Because there will be some intensity. I always love the intensity card because it's like, yeah, we're moving. Stuff is happening. Stuff is coming up. But even as it's coming up, here we are moving into the light. So sometimes we got to look at some of that darkness, some of that shade, some of those projections, but we can face it with love, and we can face it with our innocence, our sunshine, and even our wisdom. This card always to me is a little bit of a mastery energy, so we have that option. I also have the abundance card. Now it is in reverse. The abundance card is finding that balance between the physical and the spiritual, recognizing yourself as a human being, not just a human doing. So notice where you find yourself moving out of balance and see, do you need a little bit more 3D physical reality energy to help ground you, or do you need a little bit more time connecting to spirit? I think a lot of us most times need a little bit more time connecting to spirit, a little meditation, a little time with like reality not so interface to reconnect with divine plan unfolding. That's it for today. So you can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. Besides that, the better gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and remember who you are. Namaste.